We are officially beginning the meeting at 7:10 p.m. of the Littleton Cultural Council on, what's the date? May 13th, 2025. And this meeting is being recorded just so that everybody on the call knows that. We have a few members missing tonight, but I think we can kind of proceed as the agenda details. First of all, we need to approve the minutes for April. If everybody got a chance to review and agrees that we can approve them.
I can make that motion to approve the minutes.
Great. I will second the motion.
And
all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Noted that the minutes for April have been approved.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Treasurer.
Oh yes, Ray. Treasurer update is item number 3. Do you have any fun and interesting stuff for us?
No, nothing this time. I'll try to have a full update next month, especially as we'll be wrapping up the fiscal year. We only got one more grant reimbursement in the past month. So, well, I guess there are a few just verbal updates. I don't have a report to show on the screen like I sometimes do.
That's fine. Yeah.
The reimbursements for the Littleton and Bloom project were submitted to the town. I have not followed up with them to see if they've issued the checks yet. I haven't gotten mine. So my guess is that neither has Juliana or Kiki. But
no, not yet. But thank you for doing that.
Yep, it's been submitted. They are slow. So hopefully they'll turn that around soon enough. We had one more grant submission from Maxim Community Chorus that I'm processing with the town. That leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more for the current fiscal year. A few of those are definitely in process. For example, the Country Expo, which is Littleton Middle School, hasn't happened yet. So that one is only going to get processed in the next month or two. The Stone Carving Symposium, I know that they're always prompt in getting it for us. A few of these happened this summer, if I remember correctly, like Fitchburg Art Museum. So anyways, that's a long way of saying I'm pretty sure we're kind of on track in terms of where we thought we would be in terms of programs that would have been completed by now and submitted. So I'd say we're fine. We're in a good spot for the current fiscal year. We came in slightly under budget for Littletown and Bloom. I'm just trying to go back to we did. We came in $100 or $200 under budget for what we had planned for Littleton and Bloom, which is good because we had been cutting it close in terms of like the administrative budget, if you guys recall.
Yeah.
So that's probably it. That's my update. I'll try to have my full report for next month, especially as we're getting close to the end of the fiscal year. And then my report is also pretty important in July, August, because that's when we would be signing off on the fiscal year filings to the state and showing the balance that we will have for this coming year. Did anyone happen to note in the town meeting from last week what the approved budgets were by department? Because that gets approved as part of town meeting, so we already know what is being allocated to us for this coming fiscal year.
I think it was.
I didn't get a chance to come or to go to the meeting, so I didn't check.
I think it was 5,700. I tried to make note of it.
That would be good. So that would be $100 more than we had this past year. Perfect. So that's good. So that tracks. So that's fine.
Yeah.
And then we don't hear from the state for their allocation until a little later, like over this. I think we get that information over the summer. So I'll look into that. It's on their website. Awesome. That's all I got.
That's perfect. Does anybody have any questions for Ray? All right.
No questions.
Fabulous. I'll move on. You're out of the hot seat, Ray.
Great.
All right. Item number 4 is our grantee events. So just what we've been spending all our money on. First one's Acton Community Chorus, which I will be at because I'll be singing. So good. Yeah. It's a female icons choral concert. So got that one taken care of. But you guys should all come. It's gonna be so fun. They're doing Pink Pony Club and a bunch of Lady Gaga and Beyonce, and it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be
That's great.
a blast. I'm so excited. The next one is the LMS Country Expo cookbooks. So I'm sure someone will be getting a copy of that one. I bet one of us has somebody.
Melissa, I'm so sorry. I'm typing as fast as I can and I am not a good typist. So I
Oh,
know
sorry.
what you're performing in.
Oh, sorry. So it's the Acton Community Chorus's performance. It's Female Icons is the name of the show. It's called I Will Survive. A Female Icons. It's gonna be. It's like a show. It's gonna be cool. Yep. So, and then the next item is LMS Country Expo cookbooks, which should be available in June 2025. I'd love to see one if somebody has one. I have a 7th grader now, and they do it in 6th grade. Ray, you have a 6th grader. You want to show it to us next time you get it?
Yeah,
I paid for mine. I paid for mine for Abby last year, and I never got it from Mr. Bordeaux, so I have a bone to pick with him. But
Oh, really?
yeah.
I looking on my bookshelf. We have it from last. We did get one from last year.
Yeah, I know most people did. I think what happened was like we were supposed to pick it up, or I don't know, like over the summer, and then I was like, I'm not doing that, and then like I think probably
You're just not special, Melissa.
I know. Apparently not. Apparently, Mr. Bordeaux and I are in a fight. So, but that's okay.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it here.
Abby had like submitted a really good. I think it was like a Venezuelan chocolate cake or something. I don't know. It was really good.
Oh, yum.
I know. So we made it for the expo, and it was kind of difficult actually. Okay, so when we get that, we'll see that. I think skipping over Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus only because I think I saw this on Kiki's Facebook page, but the Fitchburg Art Museum. Oh no, she went to the Art in Bloom one, not the Art and Craft one, right? I think. Okay, so I won't skip over that. All right, we'll go to Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, the musical. That is June 14th through June 15th of 2025. Where is that one? It is
14th through
the 15th.
Okay.
And that's in Concord, I think. Theater 3. Oh no, Acton, I lied to you. So it's Theater 3. Did you guys ever read these books to your kids?
Yes. Oh my gosh. I think I'm gonna go.
Great.
Are you? I love these. They just were so funny.
Yeah.
And the guy who writes them is just a really funny.
Yeah, I agree.
Too.
I just saw a new one. They have The Pigeon Graduates.
Oh, I love that.
It's
That's
very
perfect.
cute.
That'll be like the it gift this year for all the graduates.
Yeah, I bet.
So cute. Okay, so you might go to that. That's awesome.
I might, because I don't want to say too loud. My daughter, who's 23, it's her birthday, and it was like her favorite book. So
Aww.
we'll see.
If she decides not to go, Karen, I'll go with you.
Okay.
That's perfect.
I just was writing it down because I saw it in there and then I forgot, so I wrote it down.
That would be a funny, like, cute little mom-daughter day out.
Right?
I wish more
It's quite
people
cute.
would look at our community page. They really don't see any of it, and they're not really interacting with that, the council page. And I try to share, but
I wonder I wonder if I could talk to other cultural councils who have like a more engaged population and what they did to get it there. Because you're right, it's hard. You can only interact with the people who join our page,
Right.
and us as our personal social connections, right, online.
right.
I'd be willing to like reach out to the cultural councils if you guys want, just to like maybe Acton Concord, like some of the bigger ones, with how they engaged and how they started it out. because social media is a relatively new. I mean, I'm dating myself, but like, but it's a relatively
Right,
way of communicating. So I can put that on my list of stuff.
thank you.
Yeah. Any other ideas for that, guys? Okay. Sorry. So don't let the pin drive the bus. Okay. So we have that one covered potentially. And if we don't, we don't, we just try to get there. It's not required. Now the Fitchburg Art Museum has their 89th regional exhibition of art and craft June 21st through September. So I wonder if we want to like think about all going to the Fitchburg Art Museum as like a one night just to like hang out like over the summer because it's so long. So it's there for a
think that-
while.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
That is a good idea.
I'd be happy to coordinate. Obviously, no one will be forced to come, but maybe we can come up with like a date over the summer that we can just all, even during the week, if weekends are hard, I know people go away and stuff. We could all just take a visit because I've actually never been there, which is really embarrassing. I've lived here for
I
so
haven't
long.
either. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna work on that too.
That sounds lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Fitchburg field trip. And yeah, no judgment if
That
nobody.
too. Let's do a field trip.
They need more adult field trips in my life, Okay.
Maybe we do that if we don't need a meeting. Maybe we skip a meeting and do it our meeting night.
I love that. That's great. Yeah, I'll find out the hours for the museum and that might work. Okay. Okay, so that's all the items for the grantee events that are on the lovely agenda that Kiki made for us. Item number 5 is membership update for 2025. And the only thing that's really under there is if Judy actually applied, which I believe we confirmed that she did. But I don't know if we were going to reach out to Diane Crory to find out if like everything had been, I think she just had to go to the town hall to like get sworn in and do that stuff. But I can just add that to the next. Let's maybe just add that to the next meeting to like triple confirm that Judy's an official member.
Mm-hmm.
Just really quick, the museum, I just looked it up. It's only open until 4 p.m. Wednesday.
Oh, got it.
Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. They are open late on Thursdays, the
Oh.
first Thursday of the month until 7.
That might be a possibility if that would work for people.
Yeah. And they're open on the weekends
Yeah.
too. But anyway, I just
Great.
checked it out there.
So either Thursday or a weekend day.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. What about Friday, Karen? Are they just open till 5 on Friday?
They are, where did I go? Fridays also just to 4. Yeah.
Okay, till 4.
Noon
Okay.
to 4. Yeah. And then Saturday and Sunday are 11 to 5.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, so let's add this Judy's official status to the next meeting, or I can shoot her an email. You know what? I'll just shoot her an email. And I'll respond to everybody when she responds. Okay. Public art project update. So it sounds like we need to make a plan for takedown. So I honestly have a complete blank as to what we did last year, and so which means I probably didn't help take anything down. What did we do? Do you guys remember?
I think Kiki did it because I ended up getting everything from her.
Okay.
Town in Bloom. So I am going to take that on actually, because if they're going to be stored here, then
Makes sense for
I
you to-
will make my kid help me. My kid who's 28. Let me just,
Yes. Always a kid.
right?
Forever.
And they will all fit in my car. So that's an easy 1-day thing. And I will take that. I don't know what our date was. And I checked in to see when they're going to put the senior things out, and they don't have a
Yes.
date for that yet.
Okay.
Timolyn has been posting the seniors, but
Mhm.
she's not in charge of the posters, so I don't actually know if anybody is doing posters this year.
Okay.
I know that they have permission to do it, but I don't know who the person is yet.
When is graduation this year? Let me look on the.
31st, I think.
Early.
I think it's May 31st.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
early.
it's really early. Okay.
Yeah, I could be making that up, but I think.
Okay. And they usually have those senior signs up before graduation, right?
I would expect them to go up this weekend if they're going to go up because they're usually up a couple of weeks and then maybe a week after.
Okay.
And they're a little more willy-nilly, around just the
Sure.
edge.
Sure.
We've done a really good job at staying in the bark. There is one corrugated sign that's not in the mulch. Everything
Right.
else is in the mulch. And I had to move it because it's wobbly. So I had to
Right.
move it against, I strategically placed it against a pole so that the wind didn't take it out. So that's it.
Thank you for doing that.
Mhm.
Do we want to make sure that all of those are removed before the senior pictures are up so there's no competing priority there?
That's the thing, if I can figure out when. Because
Yeah.
otherwise it's an overlap of a couple of days when I drive by and go, oh,
You better get them, yeah.
Right. I can check with the select board
Okay.
to see when they are putting it on, but maybe that's not who it is. Maybe I'll just call the high school.
Okay. Yeah, I don't even know if they would know. Who would know that? Like, who would even
I
be
know,
in charge
that's
of
the
that?
thing.
Yeah.
Senior.
I don't know any seniors, do I?
But I mean,
Oh, you know
we're-
what? I do. I
You
do
do?
know a senior. let me text.
Because I was going to say, regardless of what they say in terms of a date, I wonder if we just so that we're being, good citizens, that we say, okay, maybe let's take them down by the 16th or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And again, because you're taking this on, this should be on your schedule, and I'll show up if I can help, obviously. So just tell me if you're around, and I know this weekend my daughter has like a play, but
I'm kind of thinking next weekend before Memorial Day, and if
Sure.
the seniors don't put things up, then
Yep.
let's keep them because people will be in town, they'll see them, they're kind of
Sure.
fun.
So like we'd like to keep it until the weekend of the 23rd, 24th. Is that what you're
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we
Great.
leave the ones up by Fay Park?
I don't know the answers to that.
Because I mean, there's no senior signs usually over there.
Yeah, we could.
Yep.
But-
Maybe we'll put the Karen's over there as well.
The what?
The one that Karen
I know.
has
Oh,
those-
yes.
So
Yeah,
they're
I
open
know.
those
all
over
day.
there. Mhm.
Yeah, if we want to keep that up a little extra longer because you feel like those 6 didn't get up or get their due, I'm cool. I'm sure that's fine. It's extra pain in the butt for just, Kim, if you're
Yeah, and I
taking
can help take them
this
down.
assembly,
Well,
but
the very good news is that Lisa on my team lives about 4 houses down. So if all else fails, I could just have her pluck those.
okay. Let's make a Saturday the 23rd. Is Saturday is good for you, Kim, or do you rather do weekends? 'Cause I'm sure you do a
So
lot of
I will
business
be
on the
doing an
weekend.
open house
Okay.
weekend. So I will absolutely do it if that's what we need to do. I'm fine with that. I just have to do it either early in the morning or after the open house.
No, I don't care. Like whatever date you want to pick, I just wanted to make sure it worked for you best. Like if you'd rather be the 22nd that Friday or like whenever.
That is a good question. You know what? I will check in and then I will put it on there before I send this back out tonight.
Okay. And then if we hear back that like something happens like last year, like the DPW like grab them and throw them somewhere, we'll just hurry around and grab them, I guess. Or if we hear that like the seniors, pictures need to be up or we start seeing them, we can regroup and do that if that makes sense.
Yes. And
Okay.
maybe the DPW is another person to ask, right? Is when the senior pictures, I don't know.
Yeah. I
I
would think the PTA for I would think the PTA for the high school would know when those are going up. Is Timlin the PTA contact?
she's not in charge of it. I did try.
Interesting. Okay.
I put a text out, but I haven't got an answer from a senior parent. But
Okay. Thanks.
Did
she's
you
on the
text
PTA
Rachel
team.
Blaine by any chance?
I texted Sarah Donovan.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
She'll know. She'll absolutely
Yeah,
know. So that's great. I can check with Rachel Blaine as well.
Okay. Great.
You
Okay.
probably know half the class, but the other class I have absolutely no idea. I'm so far out of it that, yeah.
Okay. So preliminarily, we're thinking around
I'm gonna
the
say
weekend of the
move by
22nd,
next
23rd,
weekend.
24th.
Right.
If
Yeah.
not, and we need to do it sooner because we know the senior pictures are going up, we'll scurry and coordinate.
Say the date again. Sorry.
The 24th. That's-
Yeah, May 22nd, May 23rd, May 24th, like that weekend or weekday weekend. Okay.
Kim, do you want another place to store them? I might have some room for some of them.
Well, I have a barrel and then they
Mhm.
lean up against the barrel, so it would be great to divide them up. There was plenty of room for last year, but I can imagine if they're doubled, that could be challenging. What I was wondering, I have these big, I don't know what they are. They're some kind of barrel, right? So I wonder how much those cost because I would just go buy them. They were so easy to just plunk in there so that they stay up and they're not,
And we have,
like a
I
trash
think,
barrel
like
for storage.
$200 left, so I think you could totally do that, no?
Yeah, it's a good point.
okay. I don't even mind, yeah, okay.
Where'd you get it? Like Aubuchon's or something? Or?
Oh, I've had them for years. They used to do my interior design flowers. So,
Okay.
yeah. And they're good for rakes, all
Yeah.
garage barrels.
Barrels, yeah. All right. So if you end up needing to buy another one, like
Okay.
we can just approve the cost as long as it's under $200.
I'm going to type as garage barrel so that you guys all know what I'm talking about.
Perfect.
Okay, great.
You can get two packs from Amazon is $73. So one is like probably whatever that is, $36.
Are they like 3 feet high or so?
32 gallon.
Yeah.
Which is just trying to look for the height.
Mine are like
20.
fiberboard, so but plastic would be fine, right? So,
25. These might actually be shorter.
I'll go. look
Anyways,
and see what
it
they
looks
are.
like looks like there's options
Okay.
for sure.
Great.
Anyways,
All right,
why don't you let me know, Kim?
Okay.
I can find space. So
Maybe what I'll do, Ray, is bring them and whatever I don't have room for, I may call you for an SOS. How's that sound?
that would be perfectly fine.
Okay.
Great. Love it. Okay. Next. Something about the Tiger's Den would like to pick up their items. How will we coordinate that? So, Kim, I think, in my opinion,
I have no idea how they would know which ones they were.
correct. I also think that they should go to your house, they.
I think they should go find them.
Right.
Because
Yes,
the other
that's a good
issue
call.
is they were installed willy-nilly. So
Okay.
they're going to be 2 and 3 and 4 on a post.
Yes.
And
True.
so there will be many that will be very disappointed that they have somebody. I mean, they can, if they want to tag it, if they want to take a screw gun. I mean, if they've got a parent with a screw gun, they can take it off.
Yeah.
I can imagine that that's not going to be simple.
I think
Right.
for the future, we definitely need to address that beforehand and say, hey, this
Yeah.
is for the town's good. This is like your contribution to the town, and you cannot bring them back home because
Right.
it's
Unfortunately, it will
impossible.
become the collaborative rather than.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
I
because
think-
otherwise it's somebody's gonna be disappointed, and that's not the point, right?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think what we could do is send an email to Tiger's Den just saying, hey, just wanted to thank you again for participating in this public art display. We were hoping to keep your, flower for next year's installation. If for some reason that doesn't work for you and you need to get it, you would have to go get it by May 22nd out of the ground and,
Maybe
take
we
it
don't
apart.
give them permission. Maybe we just say, because of the way this was installed, it would be difficult to.
I would say that instead of them destroying the flowers, because that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I would say, unfortunately, because of the way we had to install at the moment we had to install them. It will not be possible for you to get, but we thank you for your contribution to the beautification of the town or whatever. And you
Do
can
we
see
just-
them again next year.
Do we just not
Well-
say anything?
My only concern with that is
Just take
it
them
might
down.
end up being a bait and switch with the group that gave us the most donations this year. Because whether we disagree with our own decision from a month or two ago, at the time we did give them an indication that they'd be able to get them back.
Or we
But
can-
I like the idea of saying, hey,
It wasn't
hey,
what we
it's
thought.
it's a little more permanent than we thought, and we'd like to redisplay your art next year. Are you willing to simply donate them to the Culture Council, and we keep them, and we intend to redisplay them next year, and in fact you can add another one next year
Right.
to the collection.
Right.
But if they're like, no, I fell in love with that after I made it, I was told I could get it back, why aren't you giving me back my artwork? I don't want to do that.
Right.
Right.
Maybe
Like,
we
we
just
can
leave it
find a way.
open. Why don't we just say like, hey, we loved the flowers. They looked beautiful and we would love to keep them for next year. Because of the way they were installed, it would be ideal to keep them, but we understand that some of your children would want to collect them back. So please know that some posts have more than one. So bring tools to deassemble them by this date if you would like that. And if not, we appreciate having them for future installations. And that way you just tell them, come ready. And if you want to do the work of, breaking them apart, then go ahead. And maybe that, parents
Yeah.
might be like a little discouraged of like, no, I don't want to do that.
Who was the contact for Tiger's Den? Do we
Sarah.
remember? It was
Sarah.
Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah.
So I'll shoot Sarah an email and see and get her sense on this. But I think that there are three different routes to go. One, we don't say anything, and then if someone emails us, they say, we're like, oh well, actually, whatever. Two, we are very transparent and say exactly what I just said, that like, hey, if you want them, you got to come get them, but we were hoping to display them next year, so would you donate them? Or three, we say, no, sorry. Like we have three different options. I like either not saying anything or saying, these were part of a public art display. Thank you so much for participating. We're hoping to display your artwork next year. If for some reason you need it back,
And
like,
you can say
you need to
something like,
disassemble
"We
it yourself
thought-"
by X date.
Right, we thought this was going to be simple to collect at the end, and as it turns out, it really isn't.
Due to installation,
Right.
processes,
And
we had to, yeah,
Now
whatever.
we know
Yeah.
better, and that was
Yeah.
an offer we can't really
Yeah.
do unless that is the most important thing to your child, which
I don't think anybody's gonna. I bet I'm sure they've forgotten about it. You know what I mean? Like a little bit, like here or there. Some kids, but
they're
Yeah,
gonna see
I would.
them.
I'd prefer. I would be in favor of the transparent approach, but with the hint that we'd like to like them to permanently donate it if they're willing to do that.
okay.
Like-
I'll mention that's our strongest opinion. I think amongst the collective to Sarah when I shoot her an email and get her opinion, and then before we execute that email, which I intend to ask Sarah to do, I'll just like maybe she can just email it to everybody so that we all say yes, this looks okay. Does that sound
Yeah.
okay for everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Sweet. Done.
Laura writes a good email. She will be able
Yeah.
to also do that nicely. So that's great.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so email. I'm gonna email Sarah and ask her to contact Tiger's Den. Okay. Kim, are you all set for the notes for that, or do you need any info from me?
I can't believe it, but I think I've got it.
I'm so proud of you. You're
And
doing
you know
good.
what?
You're doing
Guys,
good.
I
Kim,
am
if you wanna make a note for next year, I think just so that we don't forget, because I'm sure I
Yeah.
will forget. I
Yeah.
would just put something in the notes to put some, or maybe we can do it right directly in the spreadsheet, right? Is that something
Yeah.
is still alive? So I'll do that.
Oh, thank you,
Forget
Juliana.
it.
Yeah.
I'll do that. On the
I think it's a good
spreadsheet,
idea.
I'll,
Yeah.
I'll put a note saying that nobody gets to keep their flowers next year.
Right.
I'll do that
I
after the
agree.
meeting.
I
I
agree
love
with
it.
that. Yep.
Perfect. Okay, I love that. Let me go back to the agenda, which I think Labyrinth update. Has anybody seen the Labyrinth, heard from the Labyrinth, heard any updates? I think Sarah kind of,
Kathy goes regularly with her kiddos, her
Yep.
grandkids, so they tend to spend a little time fussing with it. But other than that, there's been no updating, no re-raking of the anythings, and the
Okay.
rocks disappear fast.
Oh, got it.
That was an idea which seemed like such a great thing, and it seemed like it just carried away. So part of us doing this art project and hanging on to it is not terrible.
Yeah. At the last meeting, I remember someone saying, unless I totally made this up, but I feel like someone said that it would be cool if there was like a paint your own rock station permanently installed there, almost like a free library, but like a free paint kit like rock thing. Am I making that up, or did that happen? But I think over the summer when we do like third Thursdays and all that, that's also been like part of our discussion. So we can probably table the labyrinth until the next meeting for June. Especially it doesn't sound like there's anything urgent going on there, although I haven't been over there, to be fair.
Have you seen, I don't know exactly what this project is, because obviously this is my first year, but I've seen in some other places how they build like a snake. Have you seen that? They put a big
No.
rock. So you put a big rock that is the head of, so we would do that, right? Like a big rock that you draw or you color or paint. Sorry, my English. You paint the shape of a snake's head, and then you put a few rocks to make her body. And you put a little sign that says, help us grow the snake. And so you would you would do it in your own house and with your own rocks that you could find anywhere. And you paint it, and then you come back and build it up, and so this snake continues to grow. And I think it's a beautiful idea, and I've seen it. So I saw it in Houston in a few parks or preschools even, and it was a beautiful idea, and everybody would just do it at home and bring. We did that, and it's really cool.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I
think they're called like peaceful snakes or mindfulness snakes, or because it's kind of like mandalas. People draw like little mandala designs on the rocks, and it's supposed to bring this like mindfulness and peaceful thing associated with it.
That's really cool. I like that. Do it DIY situation, honestly. Maybe, I mean, I think we'd probably have to check in with the artist about that, right? Like who initially implemented the labyrinth, just to make sure she'd be cool with like changing her design. I don't even know, like, is it supposed to change and that's part of the art, or
I can't imagine she would be particularly upset about it. Her
Yeah.
idea was a labyrinth, right? The idea of calmness and peace. So to do it in a new way would be equally calming and peaceful, I think. I mean, the goal is, rather than people taking our rocks to bring them and invite them to bring more this summer, would be right?
So even a sign, like a permanent sign that says, help us grow the labyrinth, bring your own painted rock, or blah, blah, blah. Whether or not we change it to a snake in particular, either way. Yeah, we could talk about something like that. As long as, I know we even talked about stewarding this project, honestly, I think at some point, because it's become like, I think but I think we did decide that we were permanently going to steward it, right? Like, I think we thought at first passing it off to another organization, because like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, and then I think we ended up just deciding, you know what, we'll maintain it for as long as we can. So yeah, maybe we just do a little bit more delving into that in the next meeting, and talking about maybe installing a sign or changing it in some way, like Juliana was saying. I like both those ideas. But let's just add it to the next agenda, I think, when we have like Sarah and Kathy, who know a little bit more what's going on currently. Okay. Do we have any other business that we want to bring up before we draft the next topics for the next meeting?
I cannot think of anything personally.
Yeah, me neither.
So I made a note that Ray will bring the fiscal year to a close, that we would talk about Judy's membership, and I have a blank for upcoming events.
Yes. I don't,
That's okay.
I probably have to go log in and see like what's next for the next events, but maybe just put an upcoming events section, and I think Kiki probably has like a list going that she can probably email to us, then we can add to the agenda, or she can add to the agenda when she drafts it. All right. Any other business? All right. I think we're good. This was a nice short meeting. I love that.
I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, Kim, adding to the agenda topics, can we talk about third Thursday's next meeting?
I added that, yes.
Oh, did you say that? Sorry.
Well, no, I added it for somewhere else, but I will,
Thank you.
I'm gonna put it here. Yeah, thank you.
Perfect. And then I have a couple action items, so I'm gonna like just
Did
reach
they
out to some of the
start?
other. What's that?
I have not gotten anything about a third Thursday, and usually they start in May, so.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it June? It doesn't start in June, or is it May?
It used to start May, June, July, August.
Oh, you're right,
First it
actually.
started June, July, August, and then they added May, and then everybody was in a kerfuffle, and then maybe they're going back. And also Kaz left, so
Right.
maybe they're not keeping up with everything that, I don't
Yeah.
know if anybody got replaced yet.
Yeah, who is the new person over there, I wonder?
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe I can find that out too. New Parks and Rec person. Third Thursdays. Okay, so my action items, just so that I can say them out loud for myself, I'm going to reach out to the other cultural councils to see like about engagement on social media and how they've like made that, if they've had success with that, how they've done it. Maybe organize a Fitchburg Art Museum field trip for all of us sometime over the summer. I'm going to email Judy to make sure that her status as an official member has been in place. And then I'm going to email Sarah about the Tiger's Den situation, see if she can shoot them an email to the effect of what we spoke of. And then I'll see if I can find out who the new Parks and Rec person is, and see if there's anything about third Thursdays to know about. All right. I think we can officially close out our meeting at 7:47 p.m. Thank you all for attending, and I will see you next time.